What if I told you that believing something made it a part of your reality? And what if I told you that you could actually switch these non-beneficial beliefs to a beneficial belief to change the perspective about yourself and maybe even about other people? Now, if you guys haven't seen me before, my name is Jake, and I like to help motivate people and give people new perspectives for a positive outlook on life. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how your beliefs create your reality. So with that said, your beliefs create your reality. Whatever you see on the inside, that's what you see on the outside. Whatever you feel on the inside, that's what you feel on the outside. As within, so without, as above, so below. So there is 11 million bits of information around you at all times in your little energy field going into your brain. But our conscious minds can only handle 40 to 50 bits of information per second. So as what that does is your subconscious filters out all of that other information around you, and it shows you just 40 to 50, and whatever you believe, that is going to be that 40 to 50%. So for example, if you believed that most human beings are bad, then that 40 to 50 bits of information that you're getting is going to be supportive that all humans are bad, or most of human beings are bad people. And the other way around, if you believe that most human beings are good people, you're only gonna see that people are good. It's kind of like what you look for, that's what you're gonna see. And another funny thing with the beliefs is, like, you know how people talk about angel numbers? Like how somebody sees 222 and they're like, oh my gosh, like I need to manifest, I need to think good thoughts, and then good things will come to me. Now, it's just a number, but because there is the belief behind that will do things, they then see that later on in their day, that like, oh my God, I saw this number, I'm starting to see good things, and they believe in it even more. It strengthens that belief. But like, you could say that about any number. Like, you could say that about like 142. Like, you see 142, oh my God, it's 142. I'm gonna have the best day ever. Like, this number means so much. Like, you put meaning behind things. Like, whatever you put meaning behind, you are gonna be shown that. That is why everyone's reality is different. That's why everybody, like, when you're hearing about all this spiritual stuff, you hear it's your reality. You create your reality. It's not like you actually like create different things that you see around you. It's not like everybody else is seeing different things, but it's about the perception of those things. It is about how you perceive things. Like I said, like, some people are like, yeah, most people in the world are bad, and some people are like, most people in the world are good, you know. And then it also, with those, this is just an example, this is not like actually what goes on, but with those, people get in arguments because they have separate beliefs about things, they have separate perspectives on things, and they fight to get their perspectives heard. Now that is the issue. You need to come to the understanding that everyone does have different perspectives, and that is how we can come together and how we can have meaningful conversations and talk about our different perspectives and beliefs without fighting. If we all knew this, human connections would be so much easier. I truly believe that. I truly believe that human connections would be better if everyone understood the belief system and how everybody perceives things different. Nothing is objective. Everything is subjective to one's person. There's a few things that are objective, but that's not the point of this video. Now, one of the cool things about these is that you can actually change your beliefs. You can change the story that you tell yourself about things so that is what you see in the outside world. Change within, and then it changes without, and only you are in control of what goes on in the inside. Now, maybe someone can say something to you, and you may be like, hold up, like, and then that questions your belief. Like, for example, I used to be huge on this. Like, I'd be talking about like some music artist, and I'm like, oh my God, like, their music is so good, like every one of their songs is good, because I believed it was. To me it was. And then they're like, honestly, bro, like, they're mid, like, and then I just hear like a lot of people, like, you know, talking down on it, and then you kind of tend to change those beliefs. But that's because you let that happen, and then it's like, well, I actually really like this stuff, so then you're kind of lying to yourself in a way. But that's just an example of how you are in control. Now, people will say things, but only you are in control of reacting to it. Now, an example of how I changed the story. Now, a lot of you guys probably aren't gonna like what I say here, because it is on mental health. It is with mental health that everyone struggles with, especially nowadays. It is huge for people around my age, going through high school, growing up, and even honestly, like, just grown-ups. Like, your parents probably have mental health issues. But is what I believe with that is, Like with depression, stress, and anxiety, people say that these things control their lives. That, oh, it's because of my depression why I can't get up at a good time in the morning. It's because of my depression why I don't have a job. You blame things on that. But I believe that you are letting that happen to it. You believe that it is controlling your life, so then you are shown that it is. Now you can break out of that belief and you can control that. I really believe that. I believe that we as humans have the ability to break out of the limitations of our minds. Anyways, I kind of went on a tangent there. The whole point of that is just change the story that you tell yourself. Change the story you tell yourself. Now, ways to do this, to change the story that you tell yourself, is meditation. Meditation is so powerful. The main point of meditation is to observe your thoughts. You observe your thoughts. Now, this is hard to do because observing your thoughts it's not just like thinking and then be like, oh, because you're attaching to those thoughts. You want to detach from your thoughts. Sorry. You want to detach from your thoughts, become the observer. So you're sitting out here, these are your thoughts. This is you observing your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Detach from them. Now, one of the ways that I find this easy to do is I like to call it, I kind of came up with this method on my own just while I was meditating, observing my thoughts. I call it the car method. You're sitting on a curb and you're watching these cars go by. These cars are your thoughts. And you just watch it go by. Oh yeah, that's happening tomorrow. It's gone, just gone as it goes by. Now, you can label these cars, these thoughts, as helpful or unhelpful. Don't call them negative or positive, because there really is no negative or positive. Just things that will help you become the person that you want to be, or things that won't help you. Now, I have these cars that will help me as blue, the ones that won't as red. So do that over enough time, and after enough time of doing that, then you'll start to see more of the blue cars, the good thoughts, the helpful thoughts, stuff like that. Now, if you do decide to start doing that meditation to kind of shift how you think, so you can think more positive, stuff like that. I mean, it's not really all about, oh my God, just think more positive and then that will come to you. You got to believe, you know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest factors that really does change your beliefs is your actions. Now, if you just want to believe that you're worthy, or believe that you accomplish whatever, and you believe that you are a happier person, start showing it in your actions. This could be like when you wake up and your alarm goes off. Don't hit snooze and go back to sleep. Wake up and then make your bed and then go upstairs, actually eat breakfast. I know a lot of us skip eating breakfast, and then go outside for 10 minutes. Just go outside, sit out in your backyard, your front yard, wherever, or go for a walk. And this will start to build up something called the winner's effect. The winner's effect is when you are making good progress, and then bigger progress starts to happen. It builds up that momentum. When people are pretty successful, and then just more success happens, or things are going good, and then just better things come. And then same for the opposite. When it rains, it pours. If you've ever heard that term, I'm sure we all have. It's like somebody's in a relationship, they get broken up with, later that week they lose their job. It does happen to people. That's when it rains, it pours. I wouldn't really want to call it the loser's effect, because nobody's really a loser. It just depends on how you look at it. It's just little new beginnings for everything. But start showing yourself in your actions that you are worthy of happiness, that you are worthy of accomplishing goals, that you are worthy of just being accepted, whatever you want. Because if you can show yourself that you are the person you think you are and the person that you want to become, reality will shift to support that belief. Now, once you have shifted your beliefs and your perspective on yourself and the world around you, then make sure you have standards for your beliefs and your values. Make sure you have standards. Don't let anyone affect them. Like I said earlier in this video, when I'd be talking about this artist that I really like, that I think every one of their songs is good, and then people are like, oh no, actually that shifted that belief to where every one of their songs was good, to, oh, maybe they're not, they're right, and you just shift to these other people's beliefs. So set standards for that. Make it non-negotiable, that nobody can change that, because is what that would sound like in that situation with the music is, oh, I don't think that their music is that good. I'd be like, well, I like it. I believe that every one of their songs is good for me. It's just everyone is different. Everyone has different opinions. It's such common sense, but I feel like just people let other people just affect that. Set standards for yourself. You are in charge of your own inner world. Make them non-negotiable. Don't let anyone change that. Now, if they say something that like is a good point and you're like, hold up, and you're conscious of it, you're conscious of this cycle that we're in, and it does, ponder on it. Challenge your own belief, because maybe that could, you could change your belief for the better. And if it seems to be going for the worse, you just be like, oh no, I believe something entirely different. Now, I really want those of you who are watching this and made it this far to remember that your beliefs shape your reality. Whatever you are looking for or whatever you are thinking, that is just what you will see on the outside world. It's a reflection from within. Just remember that. Not literally, but perspectively. We'll say that. Perspectively, it is.